My best friend over on the left had the opportunity to ask Alex Hormozi over on the right a question. And when he asked it, Alex Hormozi took about 20 seconds to think about the answer. And if you know anything about Alex, or if you've watched him before, you probably know that he's very quick with his answers. So this was quite interesting. Before we go into the story, if you don't know who I am, my name is Guus, originally pronounced Guus. And over the last 2.5 years of doing online business, I have learned quite a few things. I've been able to make 9K a month, twice in 3 months. I've been able to travel the world freely on my own schedule, and now I help others do the same. Before I tell you about the question, here's some context about this. Alex Hormozi often compares online business to a car. He says a car needs certain parts to work, but it does not need all parts to work in order to perform its function, which is to drive. What that means is if the engine is not working or if the engine is not present, then the car will not be able to move. And a lot of people struggle because they do not understand this. So let's go over to the question. The question that my friend asked to Alex was, what are the most important parts of an online info product or coaching business? So I'm talking about like online coaching or consulting. Then what happened is Alex Hormozi took about 20 seconds to think about the answer. Then he said, that's a really good question. There are 4 main parts that you need. So the 4 parts are traffic, conversion, delivery, and retention. And let's just quickly break these down right now. So the first one is traffic. This basically means leads, page views, impressions, video views, or appointments. Can be anything from YouTube video views to X impressions to paid leads from something like Lead Gorilla. I don't actually know if this exists, but I used to know the platforms that people can use to generate leads are quite strange, so like Lead Carrot, Lead Gorilla, all this fancy stuff. This is basically the people that you need to become eventually customers. The second one is conversion. This basically has 2 components, direct conversion or indirect conversion. Direct conversion is when you convert your leads or traffic, when you convert your traffic straight into sales. And indirect is where you convert your traffic to something else before you convert them to sales. Okay, so a direct example could be YouTube video straight to the product. This is actually what I have. If you're curious, click the link in the first description. Indirect are, for example, YouTube, and then it goes to an email list, and then it goes to the sales. Okay? And this is extremely important to get right, because if you don't have sales, then your business is pretty much dying. Sales are like oxygen to a business. Do you know any businesses that have been in the game for 2 years or like 1 year and still haven't made any sales? Either the owner is probably very unhappy or the business has failed. The third one is delivery. So this could be a course, community, mastermind, SaaS product, group coaching, or one-on-one coaching. When you actually get sales, you need to deliver something to these people so that they can actually get more than they paid for in the ideal scenario. This is going to make business a lot more fun, and it's also going to make sure that you don't lose your mind handling refunds and chargebacks. And finally, you need retention. This can be anywhere from upsells, cross-sells, memberships, or recurring revenue. Obviously, if you get your sales, if you get clients and you deliver something to your clients, you need to retain them unless you want to continuously seek out clients, which is extremely difficult to do, so I don't recommend it, but retention is essential. You want to build a recurring revenue stream so you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor and sit back while the money comes in. So now that you understand the 4 parts of an online business, what do you need to do next? Well, the first thing that you have to understand about this is that these parts work in layers. So traffic is the first one, conversion the second, delivery the third, retention the fourth. And these build on top of each other. What this means is if you have no traffic, you will not be able to get as much conversion. If you don't have as much conversion, you will not be able to actually deliver to people. If you don't have much retention, you will not have recurring clients. So the key is to really start building this from the ground up. Start building your traffic stream, then you can optimize your conversion, then you can build and optimize your delivery, and then you can build and optimize your retention. For example, if you have a YouTube account with a small following like me, what will be extremely silly to do, and by the way, I do have other traffic sources as well, like Twitter or X, so it's not a complete representation, but what would be stupid for me to do is focus all my attention on retention. Does it make sense? Because it would be much more profitable for me to focus on getting as much traffic as possible. Then I can start optimizing conversion. Then I can start optimizing delivery. Then I can start optimizing retention. Now, the reason I'm explaining you this, and I'm qualified to do so, is because I've actually run a business where it was successful and where I had the conversion, where I had the delivery, and where I had the retention. So before you click off because I have 44 subs or something, listen on. So this also allows you to avoid a very crucial mistake, which is solving problems that you don't yet have. Quick example. If you're building a funnel and you don't have traffic, then where is the sales going to come from? The sales can never come. If you create more products when you don't have customers, it doesn't make sense because you haven't even gotten anyone to give the products to. And finally, if you build membership offers before you have good products, it doesn't matter because people will leave and they will not enter your membership. So it's really important to keep in mind that whenever you're working on a sales process but you don't have traffic, it's a waste of time. Whenever you're working on a product but you don't have sales, it's a waste of time. Whenever you're working on retaining clients but you don't have clients, it's a waste of time. Okay, so you want to focus on one layer at a time. Now, this doesn't mean that you should completely ignore everything else and just focus on traffic right now. That will be extremely silly, because as soon as you get some traffic, which should be pretty soon, especially if you have someone to help you, guide you through the process, link in the description if you want that, then you're going to get traffic pretty quickly. So you need a way to capture that traffic and convert it. Doesn't matter how little traffic you have. If you have some traffic, you already need to set up a conversion system. It does not need to be perfect. You do not need to optimize it necessarily, but you do need to have kind of a fishing net where you can capture the fish just in case you capture them. So what I would do if I were to start over with this, which I'm actually doing, so it's kind of more a documentational thing, is first I'm going to optimize my traffic sources. I'm going to make sure that the amount of content I'm publishing is as much as possible. Then I'm going to make sure that the content I'm posting gets traffic. When the content gets traffic, which it's already doing, I'm going to set up a conversion system where I can capture the attention. Then once I've captured the attention, I'm going to convert it and actually make sure that I can deliver. Then once I delivered good results, I can start focusing on retaining clients with fancy offers like membership offers, classes, workshops, stuff like this. So if you just focus on one layer at a time, you'll be able to make much more progress than you would if you were to start and doing all of these at once. So that's exactly what I'm doing. It should help you out. It's what Alex Hormozi is doing as well. And this guy is pretty successful if you don't know who he is. So I recommend that you give this a try, get some results with it, and let me know how it goes. If you are curious to see how I can help you actually get some more results in your business, especially if you've already been working a lot, not getting any results, and you don't want to hustle and grind in the process, feel free to check out the first link in the description, which is going to lead you to a page that shows how my main product, Reality OS, works. If you're curious, you can check it out. If not, completely cool. Hope you have an amazing day. Hope you learned something from this video, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one.